Hello, everyone. Nettie Owens here with Sapari Solutions. And I've brought Blanca Vergara here today to talk to you about money mindset for women specifically. And I'm so glad to have her with us today. She is a soul and business mentor for international female business owners. She helps them transmute their female lineage into the unlimited source of power and abundance. I just love that. Just love reading that. It's just beautiful. After working with her, her clients are able to succeed and bloom on every level. Brilliant. Thank you so much for being here, Blanca.
My pleasure, Nettie. Thank you for inviting me.
So let's just jump right in, because these are fast and furious interviews. Talk to me about wealth destroyers. This is your language, wealth destroyers. What are they, and how are they hurting women's businesses?
Yeah. Whatever statistics you look, we are performing worse than men. When we grow old, we are number one in poverty. CEOs, the really small percentage. Funding for women, really small percentage. And we could blame it on the system. We could blame it on the men. Blame doesn't help us.
No.
Really, the big thing is what happens between our ears. When we take a responsibility and see what is happening between my ears, why do I have this nagging voice telling me to shut up, do not reply the email, don't go to the conference, don't raise my price, don't make that offer.
Mm-hmm.
It's not you. It is really ancestral. We're talking about mental programming that comes from thousands of years ago.
Mm-hmm.
We talk about that at the end of the 19th century, in the 1800s,
Mm-hmm.
still women were sold
Right.
in England. In England. I'm not talking about Africa, in
Right.
England. So it is very recent. So to change that mindset is the key that we need. So what is destroying our wealth? What is between our ears? What is that kind of stuff? Is our subconscious beliefs, the things that stop us, all those saboteurs, this guilt for making money,
Mm-hmm.
this shame for having wealth, this codependent behavior, that we want to save everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the things that keep us small.
Right.
And it's at every level, from those women who give their coaching for free to the women who have already a big business of several millions,
Mm-hmm.
and they want to grow higher. At every level, there is a new devil.
Yes.
But it is the same thing. And it's like an onion. We have to peel it and we get stronger, and peel it and get stronger. And from my perspective, in a feminine way, in a compassionate, centered, inclusive way, not in a substitution of the men.
Right.
No,
I think that's a really important point. It's not that we become more masculine and therefore that's where we create the power that you're talking about, the confidence and the belief system. It's by becoming more feminine that we create that energy and that creativity and the ideas that are going to destroy the wealth destroyers, right? So where does this understanding for you come from? I mean, how did you start to look into what we're talking about and learn more about this ancestral history of women not showing up as themselves and having these beliefs?
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, this is a personal story because I've been confronted to all this.
Mm-hmm.
Just in the recent story of my life, we have an interview that we could link it.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking to each other when I remember that I experienced sexual abuse when I was a teenager. And this was huge for me because it brought me to the connection that our self-worth, our sexuality is linked to our ability to talk about money because it feels dirty. We
Oh.
feel shameful. And it is just, like fractals. You look at the story of Eve, you see the story of the witches, you see the story of Maria Magdalene, you see the story of Margaret Thatcher, of Madonna, and it's just copy of copy of copy of copy. So, of course, it comes from a personal story, me, Blanca, but it comes from my aunt and my mother and my grandma. And then I start looking, and it was, holy cow, it's not Blanca, it's all women in the planet. So really started as a personal story because I started like the very masculine woman, a very A-type. I went to university, I got my MBA, I work as a big executive. I have this flashy car paid by the company, earning loads of money, deciding over millions of euros in this English company. And, there was something in my mind that you could not have love and money at the same time. You cannot be beautiful and intelligent at the same time. You cannot be wealthy and happy and healthy. You cannot just, make a lot of money and rest. You have to give up things. And this is a thing that I've been helping women to change, that you can have it the way you want it.
Oh, that's so powerful. So right now, I mean, certainly a lot of uncertainty in the world, and people are asking a lot of questions. They're making new decisions about what direction they want to go in their life. They're deciding how to use their time and their money and their energy differently. Is there something important about this time that you want to share, or that you think is important about what's happening right now, especially for women?
Yeah, I'm delighted to answer that question. I'm so delighted about this question. I believe that we are in a great awakening, consciousness awakening. We are really opening. It looks like, some divine force has come to wake us up. With the lockdown worldwide, we've been forced to open our journal, to open our heart, to meditate in whatever religion people, or even if they don't believe in a God, but really coming back to what is important for me. What is my mission in life? What are my values? What is important for me? And I see people taking decisions, very serious decisions, like, quitting that job or quitting that career or quitting that marriage. It is important that because it is not what you love, but what you tolerate. So when you stop tolerating what doesn't give you life, just like Marie Kondo stuff, doesn't give you joy, away, and then you elevate that into, what do I want? What brings me joy? What brings me, like Gay Hendricks, to my zone of genius? How can I welcome more wealth, more happiness, more harmony? And do that consistently. Do that daily. It's a daily practice. Every breath you take, you can choose for a better job, for a better relationship, for a better payment, and really it just attracts money.
So yeah, I mean, I was going to say, what's the full circle to that? So as we tolerate less, we say yes to more of what we want. I would see that this is the thing that changes that wealth destruction. So
Exactly.
saying that it attracts money, it attracts abundance.
Absolutely. And
So
health and joy and balance, ecology and good relationships, and
all of that sounds amazing.
yeah.
That we need only stop tolerating and pay attention to what we want and be willing to state that this is what we want. So if you'd like to have this conversation, I would encourage you to reach out to Blanca. Her website is below. Thank you so much for being here today.
Delighted. Thank you.